Oh, we're cooking now. Look at this example. Woo! I love it. Cosine of theta is negative 4/7. But you're told it's in quadrant 3. And again, look at that, exact values. Don't give me no decimal. I'll tell you right now, don't give me no decimal. Okay, here we go. Remember your cast rule. Add sugar to coffee. If you're in quadrant 3, this is 1, that's 2, that's 3. You're going to be down here somewhere. Okay, so let's figure this out. You're told that cosine of the angle is negative 4/7. Remember what cosine means. So, ka, to, you're after ka. That's got to be adjacent. That's got to be the hypotenuse. That's as easy as that. Okay, so you're adjacent and hypotenuse. You know you have an angle in the third quadrant, so let's draw it. Here we go. Boom. There's your angle in the third quadrant. You're told that that quadrant, that angle, actually has an adjacent. Think about it, always from the reference angle. If you draw it into a triangle like that, there we go. You know that this is your opposite, right? That's got to be your hypotenuse right there, and that's got to be your adjacent right there, ADJ. Now, just substitute them in. You know the adjacent is -4. Well, that makes sense because after all, you did go negative direction that direction. Absolutely. Your hypotenuse is 7. And I'll give you a hint. Hypotenuses are always positive because remember, when you're doing that c squared equals a squared plus b squared stuff, right? C always turns out to be positive because you can't square root a negative. Ah, interesting. Okay, so that's going to be positive. My question is, what's the opposite? I don't know. Well, again, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's got to be the easiest thing in the world. There's your a squared, okay? -4 squared. B squared is what we're after. C squared has got to be 7 squared. Okay, this is 16 plus b squared equals to 49. So subtract the 16 from both sides. Subtract 16, subtract 16. That cancels, leaving you a b squared equals to 33. Then, of course, you're going to square root this. Square root, leaving you a b equals to the square root of 33. Leave it as a square root of 33. Don't change it into a decimal because then you're defeating the purpose. It's not an exact number. So your opposite then is a square root of 33. But wait a second. Aren't you going down? Going down on this graph has got to be a negative. Ah, ha, ha. Awesome. Now, knowing all of that then, let's go to this beautiful thing we call SOHCAHTOA. And if you look at the question, it says, give me the exact values of sine and tan. Well, we know cos, it was given in the question. The cos is right here. Cos theta is -4/7. But look what happens when we try to find sine, right? Sine of the angle is opposite. Well, opposite here is -√33. -√33 over the hypotenuse, which is 7. And we said in the original, add sugar to coffee. We said sine and cosine are going to be negative because tangent's going to be the only positive one. Look at that. It, in fact, is negative. Ha! Neat. Okay, now let's do tan theta. And tan theta, remember, is the opposite over the adjacent. Opposite being -√33, adjacent being -4. Look at that. Negative over a negative makes tan theta, in fact, a positive value of √33/4, confirming our cast rule, and that's how you find those trigonometric ratios.